they'll see you.
Yeah.
You
So
know?
she was this whole time talking to him through the fight, everything, making old school popcorn, the Jiffy Pop.
The Jiffy Pop, which they do
stove.
still sell, but it's like $8 a fucking container. It's ridiculous.
And she was gonna take it off because it was actually gonna blow.
It was about to burn.
But
it was burning.
But that's when he's like, he kind of distracts her.
Yes.
So because of this, the kitchen's on fire.
Mm-hmm.
Mom's freaking out. Dad's freaking out.
Yeah.
Wondering where Casey is. The house is on fire. What's going on here? Mm-hmm. You go. Then she gets on the phone to call the cops, and the other line is still on.
Yeah.
And she can hear, like, I can hear her. And then she's just, like, gurgling.
Yeah.
It's, like, pretty horrifying.
It is.
Jesus.
It's a great shot.
Like, somebody watches and didn't think it was scary enough? Really?
Well, they didn't watch it. That was the point.
Okay.
They hadn't seen it yet, so Wes put this together and said, look at this and tell me.
Like, we're watching Drew Barrymore being dragged.
I mean, like, the creator
Blood
of A
everywhere.
Nightmare on Elm Street, wouldn't you give him the benefit of the doubt?
You would think.
You know?
But no, we gotta show you fucking America's sweetheart, Drew Barrymore, being dragged to her death.
This is needed to show you
While
that
gurgling
the guy
mom.
who made Last House on the Left and The Hills Have Eyes knows how to make something scary. Fucking... Oh.
So they go out to the
I'm
front.
glad this producer's in trouble.
Because he strung her up on the front.
Yeah, he strung her up in the front yard, yes. Because
the mom goes...
what happens is the dad tells the mom, like, go to the fucking neighbors, call the cops, because the phone, I guess, wasn't working. Oh, no, she had the phone in her hand. So I don't know why, but I guess just to get her the hell out of the house.
Yeah.
Like, go to the neighbor's house, go, I'll take care of this. She opens the door, there's Drew Barrymore all strung up. Fucking, E.T.'s little friend is now a thing on the
like, her guts are, like...
Crucified on a tree.
Guts are out, everything. It's real.
Yes.
They put a show on for her parents.
So...
Now, this always confuses me.
Sure.
Because, mom screams, smash cut to, I think, the word scream.
Yeah.
Like,
it does.
very 90s looking,
Just
too.
scream, and we're done.
We cut to Sydney, our actual main character.
Hang on, before we do that, let me run through the who killed who of it all. I will read this quickly as all hell, so if you want to actually understand what the hell I'm saying, you can slow it down. Modern podcast, you can do that.
Yeah.
So let me just get through this quickly. Billy and Stu were present because Ghostface is at both entrances. It implies these two were killed because Casey dumped Stu for Steve, making the killings personal to Stu. It is the Ghostface at the back entrance who made the calls to Casey because it was the Ghostface at the back of the house, because when the caller reveals that he intends on killing her, he tells her to turn on the patio lights. Turn the patio lights on again, which are at the back of the house, and the again implies that he is already aware that she's turned on the patio lights before since the first call. The Ghostface that gutted Steve was logically the Ghostface at the back entrance of the house, who was Stu, as that is where Steve's body has been placed. The Ghostface that is running around the house after a chair is thrown through the patio doors was the Ghostface in the back, as Ghostface came from the back of the house after Casey is stabbed and choked. She removes the mask and the Ghostface from the bushes, and she recognizes the face that she's hinting at, the killer being Stu, which would also imply that the Ghostface at the front entrance was Billy, and Stu grunts can be heard as he received blows by Casey. Billy assisted Stu in getting and hanging Casey from the tree due to how quickly the action was executed. It just occurred to me, all you had to really do was that the one who killed her was Stu, because of the fact that she recognized him. You didn't need any of all that information.
Yeah, because right before he starts dragging her, she reaches up, she claws at his face, and she rips the mask off, and you can see somewhat of an expression
I mean, in all fairness, it could be implied that she does know Billy, but it sounds like Discount Johnny Depp wasn't all that popular.
Another thing I don't get.
Sure.
They're not the same height.
No, not even remotely, no. That would be the only problem with the casting.
Like, Matthew Lillard's a beanpole.
He's a giant dude.
He goes about 6'5", 6'6".
Yeah, Skeet is normal human size. So, you would, but at the same time, how would you know?
Because the only person who sees Ghostface multiple times is Sydney, and she's always being chased. So she's
there's
not
no way she's going to be like, "Hey, wait a minute!
Did you grow a couple inches? What the hell?"
Just stand there for a minute while I get out a tape measure.
Yeah, she's not like,
no,
wait
it's
a minute.
Yeah, like, oh wait, not you. No.
You're wearing lifts.
The last guy was taller than you.
Yeah.
Actually, in all fairness, Discount Johnny Depp could have been wearing lifts to match their height.
I'm sorry, Skeeto, but you are Discount Johnny.
He knows, it's fine.
Well, the only problem is he didn't go out and have a career like Johnny Depp did.
Actually, he did. He went out. I mean, he didn't become a superstar.
That's
at any
what I
point in
mean.
time,
Like,
but he does do a lot of the fucking indie pictures that like Johnny Depp does, and I guarantee you, he's following around Johnny Depp's agent, going, "Okay, what's he sent him on this time? Yeah, okay, put me up for that. If he doesn't want to do it, I'll do it.
I'll be Captain Jack. Arr!
I mean, he's doing great on Smallville, so we're fine. Or not Smallville,
Riverdale.
Riverdale. Nah, same shit.
Same,
Really
whatever.
kinda
CW,
is.
pretty people. It's all the same shit. So we got to Sydney. This is what I was trying to get at.
Yeah.
She's writing a thing.
Mm-hmm.
The way, now, obviously it's not how it is.
Sure.
But it's how it's perceived a bit.
Okay.
That she was writing that.
Uh-huh. What?
The opening scene.
No.
No? Okay.
I never thought that once.
I don't know, because she's writing something and it, I don't know.
No,
Either
to me,
way.
I always just assumed she was doing homework or something.
Yeah, like a paper.
Yeah.
So Billy,
Mm-hmm.
coming through the window, I guess that's 90s boyfriend styles.
I mean, it was also 80s boyfriend styles because Johnny Depp did it in Nightmare on Elm Street.
Was that's a callback, right?
Not intentionally,
No?
no.
Okay.
No, it just was what it was.
Just what's what it was?
Yeah.
So her dad comes in, but she's got one of those things where the closet door and and her bedroom door can meet and block each other.
That would never happen in any kind of modern architecture, but sure.
I heard you scream.
We needed
no, I
this.
didn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
I heard a scream. No, you didn't. He's hearing things now. Thanks, you crazy bitch.
So he's just like, okay, well, I gotta get some sleep. I got the press conference this weekend, so...
I got foreshadowing, which means I'm not going to be here.
Yep, I'm not gonna be in the rest of the
I
movie.
could also be the killer. Huh? Huh? Are you paying attention at home?
Just looks straight at the camera.
Mhm.
Foreshadowing!
Foreshadowing.
And then he leaves, and he's not seen again till the end of the
I
film.
might be the killer. I might be the killer.
And Billy, who's not happy...
No.
Because he's been with this girl for, I think they implied 2 years?
Well, yeah, so basically what's going on is... So he watched The Exorcist, and I do enjoy the hand motion that he made to be like, I watched The Exorcist, and he's making it seem like his head's spinning around. On cable, which I'm like, that's never happened, but okay.
Plus, so you watched a fourth of The Exorcist.
Yeah, you watched like 20 minutes, and you were like, oh, it's edited for TV. Again, they don't do that. Second of all, come at me, bro. The Exorcist is an overrated as all hell movie. Come at me.
Fight me.
I'll tell you where.
Okay.
If you're a horror fan, you will actually come at me for that. But, so he's talking about it and just says sort of like, when we started, our relationship was R-rated moving to NC-17. Basically meaning that she touched his weenie, and now she won't anymore. And that's what we're getting at here. And this is not the only time where I'm just like, Billy, you're an asshole. Like, get over it.
Especially later on when
I know, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. But yeah, this is one of the first times where he's just like, I had that same issue with my high school girlfriend. She kind of would only go so far and all that kind of, and it bugged me. I'm like, I would like to and blah blah blah, but I never did anything that this asshole did. But in this moment, it's okay. This moment, I'm like, he's not doing much. He's just sort of like, hey, remember when we used to fool around? Can we do that again? Which is fair.
Well,
later on, he's a dick.
They agree to a little over-the-clothes stuff.
Yeah, why you would agree to that, I don't know.
Which lasts like literally a minute, because he immediately goes right up the nightie.
This is...
and she goes, yeah, no, I over the clothes. Over? Not under.
I can't remember what movie I got this from, but I'm absolutely going to steal this line. This is literally like... Oh, it's from High Fidelity. Where, like, he goes for it, and then he's just... And then she goes, no. Right? And then he goes for under the clothing. So basically, this is like asking to borrow $10, being turned down, and then asking for 50. Like, this is... What the fuck are you thinking, son?
Oh, over?
Under.
It's a simple concept.
She said over the clothes. There's a lot you can do over the clothes. I'm just saying. I'm not going to go into it here unless requested, but you can.
Come on,
There's
RC Cola Depp. Come on!
Like, Jesus, man.
One rule.
So
Either
much
way,
you can do.
she kind of boots him out now, and now you go.
Mm-hmm.
Now you go.
She does give him a flash.
Well,
though.
she goes, how about we just agree on PG-13? And then she gives him a little bit of a boob, and then...
Which, I'm like, and what? Because, they don't allow that PG-13 in the U.S.
Yeah, I'm like, what PG-13
What PG-13
movie
are you looking at?
Although she's Canadian. So.
Ours, yeah, so maybe that's what it was. She was like, I'm thinking of Canada. Sorry. Because, by the way... The reason I saw Scream 2 in theaters, because it was 14A. So I was actually able to see it.
Canada
rules.
Yeah, we don't really rate things R here.
No.
I mean,
it has to be the Saw movies.
Yeah, it happens once in a blue moon.
Yeah.
I think like Sin City was R.
It was, but there was a lot of violence and fucking in that
it takes
movie.
A lot of boobs and blood.
It takes an awful lot
for us to go. Okay,
guys.
Now we can't bring the little ones.
Yeah, because like I definitely saw like Scream 2 was definitely 14A.
Yeah,
I definitely remember that.
So the cops and the press are at school because two students
died.
Were super murdered night previous.
Yeah.
So why is there fucking school?
Well, because they would still do that.
Really?
Oh God, yeah. There were a couple students that died in during my high school, and they never canceled school. I mean, no one was gutted or anything like that.
Like,
but...
okay, if like someone maybe committed suicide, unfortunately, or like an accident of some sort happened, I can understand school maybe not being canceled. But like, two students were not just murdered; they were gutted and put on display.
Well, here's the thing. They would probably still have school going. They just would not talk about it, and they sure as fuck wouldn't let the press as close to it.
No, that's the thing. Like, it was just news vans everywhere.
And one of them was fucking Linda Blair, by the way.
Yeah.
Reagan from The Exorcist.
No, that's later. After she's leaving the...
Wasn't it this one?
No.
Are you sure?
I wrote it down.
Because I swear to God, I remembered it being in the beginning. Maybe she was in both. It's entirely possible.
So, Sydney's with the cops in the principal's office, and they hint at what her backstory is.
Yes.
Like Sidney Prescott, daughter of, well, you know.
Yeah, like something happened.
So the sheriff and Dewey are there.
Very
Yeah, sheriff and Dewey are sitting there like, hi, Sid. So...
Well, yeah, because then we get like a whole, like, she literally says, hi, Dewey, and he's Deputy Riley today.
Yeah, it's Deputy Riley today,
so
Sid.
We find out that this is the brother of her best friend.
Yeah. And we get to meet everybody else. The whole gang is here.
Yep.
Sydney, Billy, Randy, Stu, and Tatum.
And I gotta tell you...
All high schoolers, am I right?
Yeah.
Am I right?
Not one of them is under 25.
Jesus, all of you could buy beer legally for at least 3 years.
Yeah. That is not my only problem. How are these fucks friends?
Yeah, just like, what type of hodgepodge breakfast club shit is this?
This fucking group makes no sense to me. Like, I have a feeling that Billy would have punched out Stu immediately.
Like, how are Sidney Prescott and Tatum... Like, those two are
Those
not
two don't make any sense either.
No
They
way.
could have been friends from, like, elementary school,
Yeah,
and they're just still friends now. But... I couldn't imagine.
Randy wouldn't be friends with any of you people.
No, they would have been making fun of him.
Yeah.
Unless, well, maybe it's because he gives them free rentals from the video store.
Maybe.
But, because I know there were a couple people who were friends with me when I worked at the video store because of that reason. But, I can't imagine Sydney and Stu having a conversation. Like, just, there's no way.
Well, I wouldn't see anyone having a conversation
I
with
would
Stu.
love to have a conversation with Stu. We have a friend like Stu. He's watching iCarly right now.
Yeah. Oof. Either way. Then Randy's not, like, none of these people are, tact. Like, even fucking Billy's just like, tact, you fucking ever heard of it?
Tact fuckrag.
Because he's talking
it never occurred to me, that's where I got that from. Because I call people a fuckrag all the time.
I don't know what movie was he referencing? When he's just like, was it liver in
No. What was going on there, like, this was one of the last movie that my sister made me watch like 1,000 times. So I've seen this movie far too many times. So yeah. I do know the words. What was going on was just they were asking like what could like because they were saying about what did they talk to you? Yes, they talked to you. And then I think Stu asked like, do you like to go hunting? They asked you if you like to go hunting, and he said why? Because you know how to do that. And it's like, well, they didn't ask me. He says because it takes a man to do that. And then they were getting on Stu for saying that sentence, and then. He asked him, like, how can someone do that to her, like, gut her? And Stu, in a bit of foreshadowing, goes, well, you take a knife, you cut him from sternum to throat, and there it is. And she just goes, oh my God, what the fuck?
He gets graphic.
And he goes, hey, it's called tact, fuck rag, like, shut up. And then he's like, yeah, don't get on her case, leave her alone. Get it? Live her alone. Oh, no, that was Randy. Yeah. There we go. Randy references like, "Oh, did you find your liver in the mailbox? Because
no.
I heard they found her liver in the mailbox." No, he's just being like he's making fun of Dewey, I think.
Oh, okay.
Because there's no actual movie. No, the closest
he's a
thing,
movie kid, right?
Yeah, the closest thing he'd be referencing would have been Silence of the Lambs, which is the only time that they mentioned a liver, but they